Hey, everybody. As you may know by now, the Raiders' performance against the Buccaneers is obviously impacted by the fact that you have not one but five starting offensive linemen that have been in contact with, and one person said had the COVID-19 virus. But going with the news that they were all in contact with Trent Brown, who has the virus on Monday. What I was told by Brian McCarthy, who is an NFL public relations representative, is that by text that there is basically a rule or a policy directive that a person has to be in isolation for at least 5 days before they can be considered good to go from a playing perspective. And the last contact was Monday. The game is on Sunday, so there's no need to move the game at this time, barring some other type of report that obviously compromises this information. So that's the update. The real question, which is something that deserves a live stream blog, is how does this impact the Raiders' ability to gain yards against the number one ranked? Think about that. Number one ranked Buccaneers defense. So here we go. Here's the situation. You have the number one ranked defense about to take on an offense that, as of this point in time, has none of its starters ready to play. That's a significant loss of practice time. And it really impacts the game plan going into the Sunday. You would say, how? Well, it it makes it difficult to install special plays because you have to work on those plays through the week and work on their timing, not just in the passing game, but timing with respect to run blocking, particularly if it involves pulling guards, forward blocks between center and guard, for that matter, forward blocks between guard and tackle. You got to work on timing. You have to work on expected defensive fronts and how to block them or how you're going to block them. With respect to those special plays, and not only that, with respect to the plays you normally call, you have to adjust them based on what you expect from the defense. I think if I were game planning this, I would go in with two tight ends because two tight ends on either side, what some people call an ace formation or some variation of that, forces the defense to square up. In other words, it's harder to overload on one side if you know you have to deal with a tight end on the other. It makes it, if you have the running back in the backfield in a standard formation behind the quarterback, you don't quite know which way they're going to run the ball. And if you have the person in a pistol formation, it's the same quandary. Uh, it's something that would give the Raiders, I think, an advantage because they haven't done that this year. You know, a smash mouth two tight end attack has not been something that they've done a lot of. And when I say two tight ends, I mean from a standard ace formation. Um, so that's one approach that I would use if I were in that kind of situation. I would go back to basic football attacks that I know worked because I don't have enough time to work on special plays designed to take advantage of the problems with that defense. Now, what are they? Well, they blitz a lot. A, they don't give you a lot of time to throw, and they haven't, because of that, been faced much with a system that causes them to be, other than the Chargers did, though, be hurt by their approach. The Chargers answer is not one I would employ because the Chargers weren't married to a short 1 second or less passing game. Well, 1 second passing game, where is the quarterback's holding on the ball for 1 second, getting rid of it to a receiver by some design. Um, so basically, what the Raiders have to do is go with plays that are simple, plays that they know will balance up the defense. So it's less likely that the defense can try exotic forms of blitzing. And it's too bad the Raiders don't have a really, really good no huddle system, because I would use it just to keep the Bucs off balance. That's regardless of the line situation. Um, Something to keep them guessing, because if they're not sure what you're going to do, it and you're running quick developing plays, that gives you an advantage over them, even though you are playing or maybe playing offensive line people that um, don't have as much game experience because of the COVID situation. Let's see how this plays out. It's going to be interesting. Subscribe to Zenny62, bookmark oaklandnewsnow.com.